The issue I'm going to be discussing is the issue of college athletes and if they should be paid. I'm on the side that agrees that they should be paid. Many people rely solely on their ability to play athletics to even reach college or be able to go to college, and some people plan on relying on that to make a living. The fact that colleges don't pay their players is a huge factor in why the graduation rate of college students is down right now. Many of the college athletes elect to go to school for 1 year and then leave to go enter a draft such as the NBA, NFL. But the whole reason they leave is for the fact that they want to make money, and they know that they're not going to receive any money besides a scholarship for room and board from their college. Head coaches such as Bob Stoops, who's the head football coach at Oklahoma University, is one of these people that believe that the scholarships that's rewarded to the athletes should be plenty enough payment for all of them. When he, the football coach, is making millions of dollars while his students are living off a scholarship, which makes no sense at all. As Jason Whitlock, a former college athlete, stated in one of his articles, he stated that people in the world are paid every day if they produce revenue. The athletes of any college help produce revenue for that college, especially if you're a winning team. Such as bowl bids in college football, schools receive thousands, hundreds of thousands of dollars, maybe millions, depending on the bowl game that they are elected to play in. So I believe college athletes put forth all the effort that they do to help build a name for your school, for your team, which in result produces revenue from tickets, jersey sales, even the college emblem on shirts, names on shirts of the athletes. All of this stuff is a result of what the athletes do on their field or court, basketball, football field, baseball field. And I believe that, just as Jason Whitlock believes, that if an athlete in college is helping to produce that much revenue for your college or for that college, then it makes no sense that they should not receive at least a percentage of the revenue that's produced. Also, another reason I believe the athletes of college athletics should be paid is because of the risk factor. All of the athletes that participate in college athletics always put their bodies at risk every day that they practice, play, train, whatever. The fact that some of these kids rely on their athletic ability to make it through life should be a huge factor in why colleges should take a look and should decide to start paying the athletes. You have a kid that's guaranteed to be a first-round pick in a draft, and a team's willing to pay millions of dollars, but he comes to college for a year and messes up his knee and he's never the same again. Well, that injury that occurred at that college can result or will result in him losing out on millions of dollars in his future and a contract to play professional sports, which probably was his dream for life, him or her. And I believe the fact that the athletes are taking that big of a risk, putting their future on the line, risking that much money being lost that they could be making playing professional sports, is enough of a reason why colleges should pay their athletes instead of sending them out there and making them do the wear and tear of practice, training, games, travel. All of that, I believe, is reasoning why athletes should be paid. Different from just regular students who just have to worry about their classes and attending classes, keeping their grades at above acceptable level. The athletes are responsible for practice, weightlifting, team meetings, traveling with the team to games, and all that added on to classes, keeping their grades above a certain point. They also have to be involved in the community of which their college is located. All of that compared or combined with the fact that they are putting their bodies at risk, putting their futures at risk, putting their lives at risk, are all really solid reasons why they should be paid. Dennis Johnson said that the college athletes nowadays are used as such as just workers. They put everything they got into it, give them everything they got, all their time, everything, but receive hardly anything in return besides a scholarship that allows them to have a house to live in and food to eat. When professional athletes are doing the same thing college athletes are doing and receiving millions and millions of dollars, really not even doing as much as the college athletes, when the college athletes are responsible for classes and grades. And also, college athletics don't have the, I guess you could say, necessities or accessories that professional athletes would have in the training, the professional trainers, the private airplanes to travel on to get from game to game. College athletics rides buses, which could be very strenuous on any athlete or any person. And then you have to worry about keeping up with your schoolwork while traveling. And then another reason I believe college athletes should be paid is just due to the fact that it's not an amateur sporting event no more. As Corey Walker addressed in a sports journal, he says people argue that college athletes should not be paid just due to the fact that it's an amateur sport. I don't know what their definition of amateur is, but if an amateur sport is bringing in millions of dollars, having $1 million sponsors, 100,000 seat stadiums, all of this should result in all the athletes being able to receive payment. There's been many athletes in the history, just recently, Reggie Bush, Terrell Pryor, all of these athletes that went to college and are now being, I guess you could talked about, asterisk next to their name from the achievements they did in athletics, all because came out that they accepted money and Terrell Pryor accepted a tattoo for free because of him playing athletics. I believe that with all the risk and all the work that these athletes in college put in and all the pressure that all the pressure that's placed upon them, that they should receive payment for playing throughout college. The risk factor that goes into playing into college, and the fact that if it was not for them, the revenue that the colleges use to pay their coaches or pay their teachers or to get a new cafeteria, a new football stadium, is all solely responsible for the athletes that take part within all the sports of that college. So, in conclusion, this is the reasons why I believe you should take a stand and get on the side that college athletes should be paid and help to protest that this will happen, and understand why each athlete in college is put under so much pressure, the risk which they put themselves at, and why each of them should and are entitled to payment, I believe.